that entire process was annoying.
Hello, everybody, and we have some great news. Lords of LA is up and accepting signups. I've already got 14 followers on that. Some gorgeous artwork, and Sleepwalkers has hit its 100th backer.
Yes, so that means every backer is getting a free PDF copy of Aerotech issue 1, and now look.
Wait, what is Aerotech? This is new.
It's a robot sex comic.
Okay, because that reminds me of like the companion to BattleTech back when I was a kid.
Yeah, no, there was a campaign for it 3 or 4 months ago. Run through the same marketing agency I tried out for this, so they gave me a bunch of books to give away.
Oh, okay, neat.
So I'm giving, so every backer at every level is getting a PDF of Aerotech issue 1, and now also Le Fay issue 1, which is Morgan Le Fay as a Raymond Chandler Private Eye.
I backed that campaign. It's a pretty interesting story.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for that. And after this call, I will announce another stretch goal for 125 backers, since we've got like 2 days or so left in the campaign.
Indeed.
And yeah, no, Sleepwalker is doing really well for like starting from no marketing to launch a graphic novel is certainly a project.
Right. All right. So I'm a little confused because you said this is like, first off, you said this is like 1 through 4, which would technically make it a trade.
It is a trade.
Okay. All right.
100-page trade.
Okay.
Some of the backers have bought the individual issues edition.
Neat.
Because, you know, people want it. I've got it. I only printed 25 sort of sets of issues 1 through 4, mostly to stop fiddling with the thing as I was trying to figure out what language I'd use to actually market it because I've just been making this like the whole time. Like I already had like issues 1 to 3 completely in the can when we met like 2 years ago.
Okay.
Issue 6 is currently in production.
Okay.
Issue 5 is an add-on for the Kickstarter campaign because I don't like selling people half the story. And so this was a project I started before the pandemic, and it's just been like, I really care about it, but the things I care about are weird writer things, which make it really hard to do the marketing. And I only got good language for that this past summer when I was doing conventions, when I started doing conventions. And I was like, oh no, okay, this is a book about how adulting sucks. Cool. All right, there's gonna be my title. Let's just go from there. And that whole process really only started this summer. The book's been for a while.
Okay. All right, let's see. Share the screen. Okay, so we have a script. Moon Baby. Moon Baby, number 1. Okay.
Yeah. Moon Baby.
Moon Baby. Moon Baby. Okay. All right. Moon Baby. So, Larry, tell me about Moon Baby.
Well, it's a sci-fi story I decided to start writing because I just had an idea. I wanted to do like a kaiju type book. So yeah, that's what it is.
Is it actually called Moon Baby?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Nailed it.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's just phonetically spelt out. So
it sure is.
Yeah.
All right. Who's narrating?
Let's go. Page 1.
Okay, Danny.
Panel 1.
Danny. All right. Let's
Wide shot, deep space. In the foreground, an Earth scientific probe approaches Jupiter in the distant background. Jupiter's largest moon, Ganymede, looms in the middle between the toe. Captain, that's a mono. We need a mono.
We thought we would find nothing but microorganisms in the cold depths of Ganymede.
Panel 2, close up. The probe begins to fire its retro rockets to slow itself into the orbit of Ganymede. Look at that science happen. The sun bounces off its solar panels and shielded metallic hull in the distant background.
After all, complex life needed light to develop.
Panel 3, wide shot. The probe, now in orbit of Ganymede, begins to deploy a conical-shaped lander module from a bay door on its underside. Juice 3 Geological Exploratory Probe ESA/JAXA/CNSA Joint Mission 2000 XXX.
We never conceived a creature born from the darkness.
Page 2. Panel 1, medium shot. The lander module fires out from the probe towards the reader. Oh no!
Oh no. Not just conceived from light, from lack of light, but a darkness of the soul as well.
Panel 2, wide shot. The lander sits on the surface of the barren world, his deflated landing balloons blowing in the radioactive winds as Jupiter crowns the horizon. Caption, Ganymede, largest moon of Jupiter.
Imagine if you, being in my shoes, on the doorstep of a new frontier, only to find scientific proof of something terrifying.
Panel 3, close up. In the underside of the lander, a complex drill is deployed and begins its dig into the rock-solid ice. Ba-ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba,
Imagine discovering pure evil. By the way, Larry, I gotta say, this is pretty good suspense. I'm feeling this one. This is
cool.
Yeah.
Panel 4, close up. The bit of the drill is now deep in the ground, but all of a sudden the shaft comes to a sudden halt. Sparks fly out of its connection point on the lander, and it shakes violently.
You think it's impossible or strange.
Page 3, splash page. Look, it's only got one panel, John. That's how you do a splash page.
That's right.
Then how do you do insets over a splash page?
2 panels.
A massive 50-foot clawed hand breaks through. No, that's just one panel. Okay, full bleed.
And how do you do an inset over a splash page?
Panel 1.
He's saying the presence of a single inset panel makes it a splash page. I don't know. I think that's a little too stringent in definition. But anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
So do I.
Yeah.
If I say it's a splash page, my artist knows to draw it full bleed.
Yeah.
Sure. I just say full bleed.
Okay.
A massive 50-foot touching the lander and surrounding area in its paws.
But that's just how it begins. Things get weird from here.
All right, you've doubled down on the suspense. Page 4, panel 1, wide shot. A massive horn, similar to a narwhal horn, breaks through the ice about 200 feet away from where the hand is impacted. Panel 2, medium shot. The horn continues to rise and break apart more ice as a massive saurian-looking jaw becomes visible. The horn is connected to the creature's snout above the mouth. Panel 3, wide shot. The silhouette against Jupiter of a massive reptilian-like bipedal creature. Just say Godzilla. Above the ruin of its exit hole from the ice. It has 4 long muscular arms and a massive straight tusk protruding from its head. Its rocky skin is jet black, as it seems to cancel light, producing no shadows.
It's Norzilla.
There we go, Norzilla.
There we go.
Panel 4, close up. The creature rears its head back and belts out an unholy scream as 2 tentacle-like tongues flail out in opposite directions from its jaw. Sure, okay. I've not. SSS. Ra. You're the one who wrote it, buddy.
I know.
Panel 5, wide shot. The juice probe passes over the creature from a high orbit.
Do we want to know what it's juicing?
I mean, clearly, it's
I can tell you what it stands
Space
for.
Godzilla unicorn juice.
Just like that, the universe changed.
Panel 6. Panel 6? After all, wow, okay. Close up, the creature on the surface is reflected in the lens of the probe's camera. Mechanical sounds are heard clicking to indicate the probe is taking images.
How do we know that it's making sounds?
Oh, I didn't put a sound effect in, but I should have.
A giant monster-sized curveball was about to hit my screen. Still, it only got weirder.
I feel like the narrator used to be a serious adult and now is telling a story around a campfire.
There you go. Yeah.
Page 5, panel 1, wide shot, view of the dark side of the moon. The Earth's horizon on the left as the sun flares around it. On the surface of the moon, a large base can be seen lit up in the darkness. Visible. It's on the dark side of the moon. How?
Yeah, exactly.
Visibly large communication arrays can be seen in the middle of the base, lit by running lights around them. Well, okay. You could have just said that instead of doing the thing.
But we're not going to see sun flares on the dark side of the moon, right?
Over the horizon, you will. Yeah.
Okay.
Caption, International Lunar Laboratory 2. All right, that's a story. What happened to Laboratory 1?
It's on the other side.
It wasn't destroyed by a space Godzilla? You're doing it wrong, man. Panel 2, wide shot, inside a cramped cylindrical laboratory capsule. 3 computer stations and 2 large monitors on either side of a large airlock door. Okay. A young male Japanese scientist of average height, build, and looks, Amanojin, sits at a station in the foreground, talking over his shoulder to his colleagues at back-to-back stations in the background. Ella Bauer, a young female German scientist, short, skinny, rather plain-looking, and Ling Li, a middle-aged male scientist, looking average and fit, but grizzled beyond his age. They all wear drab gray jumpsuits with a triangular-shaped patch on the left arm. Caption, Solar Probe Monitoring, Control and Data Room C.
Okay.
This is it, my friends. We're about to set the world on fire when Juice finds life on Ganymede.
I will do Ling, and John can do Ella. Okay. You're way too hopeful. We'll be lucky if the drill doesn't snap on the first layer of rock ice.
Give me a bit of credit. I designed it to cut through the hardest substance we've ever harvested here from... We could harvest from here to Mars. But we're not on
3,
Mars.
Medium shot in the background. Mono turns to directly face the other 2 in the foreground, giving a gesture of unknown character towards Ella.
It's a gesture.
Okay, is he giving her the bird?
He's flipping her off. He's
Yeah.
like, fuck you.
No, I couldn't decide, so I just wrote it in there.
He's blowing her a kiss.
Yeah,
He's giving her a blow me gesture.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. There we go.
Blushing and smiling.
Oh, maybe she likes the blow me gesture.
Don't be like that, Dr. Lee. Dr. Bauer is the best in her field. You got to be a bit more positive.
Oh, thanks, Amano. I mean, Dr. Jin.
Panel 4. Close up. Ling adjusts his thick glasses, his eyes unmoving from his screen as his face expresses annoyance. Is this a fucking Eva shot?
A what?
Is this like fucking Shinji's dad from Eva?
Pretty
Is it that shot?
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
All right.
Sure. Yeah. I'd be more positive had our governments cared to give me a budget for a more seasoned and sizable team, not to mention a better lab.
Now get in these giant robots.
You're on the frickin' moon. I mean, that's where your budget went. You should have built a station on Earth. It would have been a lot cheaper, and they would have had more money for their team.
Page 6, panel 1.
Leave it to the government to waste money on stupid stuff.
Like sending this asshole to the moon? Yeah, I know.
Speaking of, we're about to send an additional $35 billion to Ukraine. So
yeah,
I know our government just knows how to spend money.
Very good at it.
This isn't even your government.
Page 6, panel 1, close up. Amano sighs and turns back to his screen.
Such a grumpy man. You act like you're so much older. We're only 10 years younger, and it's not like we are teenagers.
Well, why are you acting like it?
Wait, the government sent teenagers to the moon?
Hold on. Let's go ahead and reread the line.
It's not like right. Okay.
We are only 10 years younger, and it's not like we are teenagers. Yeah. So it's not like that, you know.
It's not like it, man.
It's totally not like that, dude. Come on, Boomer.
Yeah.
I saw that show. It was called Another Light or whatever. It was really good.
Yeah.
Panel 2 goes up on Ling. He adjusts his glasses again. He's so Shinji's dad. Never looking away from his screen. I like how only Larry gets that reference.
Yeah.
That's very weird.
Hey, you know what?
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 year of field experience is equal to a decade, in my opinion. From my perspective, you might as well be babies.
Okay, Boomer.
Besides, I'm an exogeologist. I want to find good material to mine and make some money. I don't care about bacteria.
I don't either. Who cares? Bacteria sucks.
Yeah.
Close up on Ella. She huffs in anger, her face becoming red with anger. So she's angry.
She's angry. Yes.
She's angry. Yeah. I mean that is one clear thing I got from this panel.
Yeah. Let me just rewrite this a little bit. So.
And I'm going to rewrite Ella's line. Okay, shut up, Boomer. Let's get back to work. Amano, any results yet?
Panel 4, close up. Amano's screen starts to flicker up telemetry data and charts. Amano's reflection is seen in the screen looking at the data.
Looks like it's just starting to come in.
Panel 5, close up. Ella looks smugly towards her monitor with a half smile.
How'd my drill do? That's what she said.
Oh, yeah. Panel 6, close up. Red lines of text and data are shown in the reflection of Amano's eye.
Not good.
That's not what your mom said last night.
Page 7. Wide shot. All the monitors in the lab start to flash red text warnings. Amano scrambles on his keyboard, trying to make sense of all the errors. The others are equally panicked.
Doesn't make sense. Everything is green till the drill starts and then blam.
That's what she said.
Ella.
Blam?
Yeah, blam! The lander goes completely dead. All systems negative!
Panel 2, medium shot. Amano looks over his shoulder as Ling jumps to his feet, screaming, white as a ghost.
What the hell?
What's wrong?
The images from the probe. Bring them up on the large screen.
Close up. Amano's fingers type at his keyboard.
Oh, yeah. Or typing.
What was the point of that shot?
I don't know. He's
there.
Panel 4,
typing
medium shot. POV look. That's the we don't have budget to show anything on the screenshot except you're a comic, so you definitely 100% have the budget because it's a page.
We already showed what was on the screen in the earlier panels. So
you did, yeah.
Medium shot.
Yeah, you gave me the monster, and now you're teasing me with it.
Yeah, you just need more monster. That's your problem. Not enough monster.
What is it?
Come on out.
What is it? Oh wait, I'm sorry. Ella, go ahead.
What is it?
Definitely not bacteria.
Page 8, panel 1, wide shot. Back on the surface.
Doesn't mean I'm going to swallow.
The creature looks up into space. Its large horn begins to vibrate and glow with building energy. Panel 2, wide shot. A bubble of energy radiates out from the horn, breaking out into surrounding space. Panel 3, medium shot. The energy bubble hits the juice probe in orbit, shredding away its solar panels and causing it to wildly start spinning. Panel 4, wide shot. The bubble spreads outward from Jupiter across space. Panel 5, medium shot. A small egg-shaped object in the orbit of Jupiter is hit by the energy bubble. It begins to glow an eerie green light.
Yeah.
Panel 6, medium shot. The egg-shaped object appears to power up and starts to fly towards Ganymede in the distance.
Fuck yeah, it does.
Page 9, panel 1. Wide shot. The egg enters the orbit of Ganymede near the wildly spinning probe. Now we see the egg-shaped object is rather small, about a third of the size of the JUICE probe. Panel 2, close up. Sure. The egg scans the probe with a beam of green light. Panel 3, POV inside the egg. An image on a monitor zooms down toward a creature on the surface. Strange alien words scroll across the screen. Panel 4, close up over the shoulder. The creature looks upward as if it senses the egg watching it. It opens its jaw and screams. Ka-ka-ka, ee, hiss, rar, rah,
Oh, Jesus. This thing's got...
Panel 5. Why is there more panels? The creature fires a black bolt of energy from its horn upward toward the egg. Panel 6, close up. The egg glows brightly. Panel fucking 7, wide shot. The egg shoots off rapidly into space as the bolt of energy vaporizes the remainder of the probe.
There you go.
Panel 8.
No.
Page 10. Panel 1, wide shot. Inside a large capsule with bare walls on all sides, 3 older men in gold-colored jumpsuits, which I love that detail, brandishing marks of high ranking. They sit on the left side of a long white table in the middle of the capsule. On the right side sit Amano, Ella, and Ling. The 3 older men look down at tables, scrolling through images. Caption: how many tables are in this fucking capsule?
Oh, I meant to put tablets. Sorry. Yeah.
Caption: International Lunar Laboratory 2, Central Planning and Logistics Capsule. Panel 2, medium shot. The man in the center of the 3 older men, Station Commander Leopold Granite, sets down his tablet and addresses 3 scientists.
Okay, people, what exactly are we dealing with here?
Panel 3, close up. Abano leans forward, crossing his hands on the table in front of him. Does he steeple his fingers like he's Shinji's dad?
Well, sir, based on the data, a giant creature has emerged from the ice on Ganymede. What appears to have been a craft of some sort was picked up on the probe sensors before it went offline. And every object in our solar system was hit with some sort of energy wave coming from the general direction of all this insanity.
I like how none of that was shown on your infinite budget comic pages that you had opportunity for.
It's almost like a $500,000 sci-fi movie.
Yeah, when you say things happen but can't afford it. Yeah, it's a comic. You can afford it. Panel 4, close up. Brandon rubs his left temple with his hand as he tries to process the information.
And this means what, Dr. Jin?
There's a fucking monster on Jupiter, asshole, is what it fucking means.
No, he's just going to tell us it's about to get weirder. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, called it. Close up on Amano. His expression turns extremely nervous.
It means things are about to get really weird. Let's get really weird.
Yes.
Just like that missile from Russia that landed in Poland and killed 2. That was really weird.
Yeah.
That was weird.
Is Poland like really far away from the Ukraine? Or is
No,
it like next
no,
door?
no. They all border.
Okay.
But Poland borders Ukraine, borders Russia. Anyway, so yes, that was great. Thank you so much. We had monster stuff. It was exciting and weird, as the script wanted to remind me of. It was really driving that point home. This is weird. So we had big space monster kind of battling an egg, and we had some tension. We had some dramatic moments. We had a dramatic captain. I think the only thing we're missing was like Scotty in the engine room.
Well, I mean, soon.
Yeah, so I know that's coming up. I didn't probably.
Well, I mean, they got triangles on their uniforms,
Yes,
so I mean,
soon there will be some more John Lamont script stuff. But anyway, we'll get into that later.
well,
Good evening, Puma Fist, and welcome to the show.
Yeah.
With a little bit of editing on that dialogue, you got a really good comedy here. That's for sure.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah,
it's not supposed to be super serious. That's for sure. I'm going for like a 60s Godzilla Power Rangers type sort of setting. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, feel free to use all of our dialogue quips.
Yeah, there we go. All right, I guess John's done. Okay, Danny.
It was very nice. This was definitely Godzilla meets Gunbuster, and I was on board for that. Aside from the terrible dialogue. Which we will talk about soon, I'm sure.
Well, that's the thing. You okay?
All right, constructives, go ahead,
John.
No, the dialogue was horrendous. I mean, you can keep it horrendous, and make it more horrendous, and it'll be amazing. Which is my recommendation.
You know, actually, I'm okay with that.
Right? Exactly.
It could be a campy comedy.
Yes, absolutely. I think you could make it a really campy comedy. Just dial up the horrendous dialogue, and again, like I said, use my color commentary and you as a start jumping off point, and I think you'll got something.
I agree. The dialogue was incredibly inconsistent. The narration goes from serious to campfire. The head scientist goes from Shinji's fucking dad to Surfer Dude. Like, it was really incongruous.
Yeah, and it goes from and the narrator goes from super serious to campfire to okay, now we're like 5 minutes beforehand, and we never go back to that narration type. Like, we just completely dropped the narrator thing.
Yeah. That was weird. And
it was.
I mean, really, you could have started like the page before everyone sees what's on the moon, and it would have done just as well. And like, I mean, while I'm on board for Godzilla meets Gunbuster, I mean, the Gunbuster scale space monsters are great, and you definitely did some of that. I don't think adding Power Rangers makes it better, because whatever the fuck was going on with the egg was incredibly distracting. And then you told us a bunch of stuff happened that you could have easily shown us have happened, but didn't. And I mean, yeah, there's a perfectly good Godzilla story you can subvert with dialogue. There's a perfectly good Gunbuster story you can subvert with comedy. And there's not actually a Power Ranger story here yet, and I don't know if this part of the issue is the place to start that. Because whatever was going on there was really confusing. Like, there's an egg, and it's also the probe, and then it's like the egg is destroying the probe, but I thought the Godzilla already destroyed the probe. And you have a narwhal Godzilla, and why is he not just, like, wrecking shit? And, like, what's the egg even doing? And then it goes the other way, and, like, what? What, dude, what? Anyway, so yeah, my feedback is, dude, what?
By the way, Mulby, we look forward to you bringing on some more pages. I have an artist who's doing a watercolor. I'm going to be producing a comic book for Mulby about a superhero who seems to be powered by our sun. And
no one's ever done that.
Can fly and is very strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me guess. He's also an immigrant from a dead planet.
From a different universe. Yeah.
And he has
not a dead planet. No.
He has
a different universe, so it's completely original.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward.
So he's just doing Superman.
Well, it's Black Superman.
So it's Black Man.
It's yeah.
Sorry, what?
All right, fair enough.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you've got to give constructives on this. Preston.
I mean, as stuff happened. I guess you before I get too constructive, you're gonna have to settle on a tone. Like, are you going for a serious tone? Are you going for a campy tone? Because right now I'm not quite sure. Like the captain, for that matter, the entire crew, really they don't do anything except like the entire crew is reduced to Sigourney Weaver in Galaxy Quest. They look at the computer and they just say what's happening.
Well, yeah.
No, that's a pretty good observation.
Yeah.
They don't really do it. They sit around and talk. They don't really do anything.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, and that's fine, I guess. I mean, maybe they're supposed to deliver the plot into the hands of the capable hero who's going to be revealed on page 11. I mean, I don't know.
Well, yes, in a way, but
yeah. In which case, it's a serviceable, open on a campy story, and that's fine. So,
and indeed, when giant monstrosity space narwhals threaten the solar system, only black man can save us.
Yeah.
That's where you're going with this, right? This is secretly
no, not at all.
Prequel to the
you have no idea where I'm going with it. That's the best part about it. So.
All right. Oh yeah, you did say you wrote some John Lamont pages.
I did.
There we go.
I haven't actually.
So wait, does Godzilla have
yet,
like boobs or something?
No, he's a Russian gangster, John.
Gangster John?
He's a Russian gangster.
Yes, he's a Russian gangster.
You do love Russian gangsters.
I do.
Just Russian.
Speaking of,
yeah,
John, we have Angel of Darkness. Is this Angel of Darkness 5, right? Angel of Darkness 5. Okay. So.
Oh, that means I could probably letter the other one, right?
Eventually.
I was like, wait, what happened to 4? I was like, oh, I've got to letter that.
No. 4 is in production. I'm waiting on you to letter 3.
I got 3. So I need to. Yeah. Sorry, I'm still like overwhelmed with my Kickstarter. So.
No worries.
Yeah.
We've got time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
Whose powers being weak.
Empowered.
There are I think a few stories out there about that.
I mean,
there was an entire episode of Misfits about a guy with lactokinesis. He nearly took over the world, though.
Okay.
And there's a lot of superhero stories about the everyday man being a superhero.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
become a trope now.
Look.
Yeah.
Greatest American Hero was and always will be a wonderful story. God, I want to go back and watch those episodes, but I'm also worried that like it'll be, one of those things of, oh my God, it was so good in nostalgia, but when I actually go back and watch it, it won't be like that good.
Yeah.
Very likely.
All right, so here we go. We have going the wrong way. All right, so this is Angel of Darkness number 5. Version 2, and hopefully we're going to have some boobs and some Russian gangsters. And
oh, was this the one with the Jeep flying in the sky? Or was that the end of issue 4?
I don't know, John. Was there a Jeep flying in the sky?
I don't remember a Jeep flying in the sky.
I remember page directing that suggested very strongly the Jeep was flying in the sky.
No, she basically hotwired a Jeep. And then they drove away.
Oh God!
Yeah, that's right. So, I do remember the hot wiring of the Jeep.
I certainly remember the Jeep in the sky.
I recently watched like one of the very early John Carpenter movies, Assault on Precinct 13 or something like that.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent movie.
Yeah, and there's a scene where like. It's just expected that someone's going to be able to hotwire a car. And I'm like, oh, shit. I hope my life doesn't depend on that ability. Of course, hotwiring a car, I know was much easier in the 70s than it is today.
It's practically impossible now.
Yeah,
now you have to hack a computer in order to do it.
Right. So, but All right, page 11, panel 1. Who's narrating?
Danny, why don't you narrate?
Danny,
Sure,
double duty.
Unless you need a break from narrating.
Page 11, panel 1.
Larry, you can do Aaron and Preston.
Oh, you spelled center correctly. Thanks, John.
Well, it is supposed to be taking place in a British colony, so
right.
British colony, exactly.
I'm trying to use British spelling.
Aaron stands up on the driver's seat, uses her sniper scope, detached the Lee Enfield to scout the area ahead. Okay. Nikki likewise stands on the passenger seat.
Sniper, clock tower.
Who's Nikki?
I think you are.
It's him.
Panel 2. Aaron looks over at Nikki as she gets out of the Jeep.
What do you do? Where are you going?
Panel 3. Nikki stands a few meters from the Jeep, her eyes closed, arms at her side, palms outward. She centers her mind. Behind her, Aaron climbs over the passenger. There's a passenger in the Jeep? Towards Nikki. Who is this passenger in the Jeep?
Kuona Hupenya. That's the passenger in the Jeep.
Sure. Yeah, okay. Panel 4, Aaron stands beside Nikki. Does she not have her own door? She's driving a... Whatever.
They don't have doors.
Danny's narration sounds like it's in English, but not American. Something isn't right here.
Eyes closed.
What are you doing? Oh, jeez.
Panel 5. Nikki walks away from Aaron. Aaron follows behind her, annoyed at Nikki's vagueness.
The missing ingredient I need is this way. Once I clear the zombie, I will face my demon. I will leave you your major to you for now.
What? Clear the zombie?
I will leave your major to you for now.
What? Clear the zombie?
Ooh, is the missing ingredient spleens? Can it be spleens?
There we go.
Just a fucking backpack full of spleens.
There we go.
It's a little bit more John Lamont than
a vial of angel's blood.
A backpack full of dicks?
There we go. There we go. Now we're going into palace territory.
Interior, I mean, it's a John Lamont script.
It is.
Interior barn day. A backpack full of tits. That's a John Lamont script.
There we go.
Panel 1, Nikki pushes the doors to a barn open entering, because that's a sentence in English.
Right.
Aaron walks beside her.
I don't understand.
Yeah, blame the writer. Panel 2, Nikki approaches a horse in its stall. It nervously shakes, hits head. Dude, what are you doing? Like, I'm not drunk. I feel like I'm drunk.
Easy there, easy.
Panel 3, Nikki pulls down on the reins, pressing her forehead against the snout of the horse as it calms.
That's it. Shh.
Page 13, panel 1. Nikki unclasps and removes the top of her dress.
Oh, yes.
Aaron stands watching her confused. For some reason, not a panty shot.
Should your major agree to surrender and confess to his sins? I like where this is going.
Nikki removes her standing nude as she places them? Who's them? In her satchel. Confused, Aaron wants to interject.
Then I shall not interfere with your magistrates if he does not.
Can we just pause for a second? Confused, Aaron wants to interject is very difficult direction for an illustrator, I would imagine, to draw.
I mean, she could be like...
That'll look terrible.
I mean, also because there's like a totally nude Nikki in front of her. It could be...
Yeah. whatever. Okay. Panel 3, Nikki wearing only jewelry accessories. So she put some jewelry on after getting you. Okay, got it. The satchel over her shoulder.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Bareback. Yeah, she does.
Then I doubt we will see each other again.
Panel 4, Nikki riding the horse bareback. I mean, this is such a Jonathan Bond script. Trots out of the barn, leaving a confused Aaron behind.
Good luck.
Where are you going and why are you naked?
Because the plot demands it.
I'm so confused.
All
Page
right.
14, Interior Anglican Church Day, Panel 1 splash page. Nikki, her expression somber, rides the horse through the massive horde.
Lady Godiva. Or,
zombie.
Isn't like Lady Godiva like naked on the back of a horse?
Yes, absolutely. That's what I'm going for.
Yeah, this is Lady Godiva. Yeah, we go. Yeah.
They part around her, staring up at her in awe, like she is their queen.
There we go. Oh, I love it. Zombie Lady Godiva.
Page 15, Exterior Anglican Church Day. Nikki stands in front of the horse, holding its reins, pressing her forehead into its snout. She's doing this with the zombie around her. Yes.
I mean, she is like queen of the zombie. She has power.
Sorry, we had that panel 2 pages ago. I just thought it was a copy paste.
Okay.
No, this horse is the only one with sense, so it's not really. It's very confused and anxious.
Not just the horse. Currently, also you.
All right.
Panel 2, Nikki hands rings
God.
to a zombie standing nearby who obeys her command.
Hold this for me, would you?
That's a question, not a command.
Yeah.
Grr.
Oh. Panel 3, Nikki kneels down.
Zombie go, actually.
The satchel at her feet. She holds the skull in her left hand and her straight razor in her right hand. Panel 4, large panel. Nikki stands back arched, eyes closed, arms outstretched, skull in her left hand, the razor open in her right. The horse stands beside her, its reins still being held by the zombie. The rest of the zombie horde surround her.
Nadota Kumadota Ropa Karupa Ipa Simba Maruda Waya Warufu Kuti Kuminti Upenya Putsava.
Page 16, Exterior Anglican Church Day. Panel 1, Nikki spins around, razor blade out, use motion lines and fading to show her making a single spinning motion. The razor blade strikes the horse, cutting its throat.
Oh, sad news.
Blood splatters from the major artery, showering Nikki in its red mist.
There we go.
Sure. Panel 2, standing up in the Jeep. Aaron looks up from the detached sniper cope. Absolutely horrified and disgusted.
Holy mother of God.
I keep wanting Aaron to just cap Nikki. I feel like that is what any good, sane person would do, but whatever.
And yet,
exactly.
Instead, driving up into a horde of zombie and staring at them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Panel 3, Nikki stands over the horse, laying in the dirt, bleeding from the neck. She holds the skull in her outstretched left hand. Her right hand is empty, palm downward. The white, ghostly life force essence rises up from the horse's neck wound to Nikki's palm and snakes around her arm. The zombie encircled Nikki.
Hatitara, Chimbayaya, Ichi Pasanini, Tinu Tendu, Mitsimba, Enishkaripi, Netsimba, Rushibanya, Rakubanina, Ukalawa, Ichi, Nadizakwi, Vadizmu.
There you go.
Page 17, Exterior Anglican Church Day. Panel 1, large panel. Nikki now hovers several meters in the air. Her left holds the skull up into the sky. Her left foot. her left earlobe, holds the skull up into the sky, her right hand at her side, channeling the white, ghostly life force. Her naked skin is black as night, her hair burns like white fire. The zombie horde remain circled around her, staring up at her like she's the second coming of Jesus Christ.
Ipa Mwanda Waku Simba Riku Parsha Simba Repenyu Redulaza Ichi Madoka Kumata Ropa Karupa.
Panel 2. Inside over panel 1. Tight on Nikki. Nikki, having dropped to her knees, eyes closed.
Wait a minute, like drop
the
down
only
the sky?
thing you can see surrounding her are the legs of the zombie as they encircle her.
Okay.
She was in the sky, now she's not. Page 18 and 19. Panel 1. A white wall of light radiates from Nikki like a tsunami tidal wave. Pick one, causing all the zombies surrounding her to explode like popped blood bags, their bones turning to ash in its brilliance. Vuh, woo, sh. And then they say, what did they say? Pequeel? The fuck?
Yes. Pequeel.
Please make that sound, John.
I did this last week. It's.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Page 20, panel 1, exterior city center day. The wall of white magical energy hits Erin like a gust of wind. Her hair and skirt flutter backward.
There we go. There we go.
That tingles.
That tingles.
Panel 2, exterior Anglican church day. Nikki scans to her feet. Over her shoulder, we see the shadow. Now, suddenly, not in all caps, begins to coalesce before her. Panel 3. Major Hansu darts from one of the side doors to the church, running into the town. Side doors of the church. Panel 4, driving the Jeep. Erin turns away from the church, driving into town after Hanso. Vroom! That's a real sound. Way to go. In the background, we see Nikki standing in front of the church, staring down the shadow, now with even fewer capital letters.
So Danny, what is the proper sound effect onomatopoeia for a body exploding?
I have no idea.
Right.
It's not real.
I thought it was
Bush.
Fine. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine.
I'm not writing that.
Right when you're paid to, damn it.
That's right.
Fine, I will write that.
Okay.
They're $5 for that page.
All right. So look, let's start off with what I liked. We had. Oh wait. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're gonna find hot girls here, not there. Silly boy. Anyway.
That's why we're here.
Exactly.
Is that like the first chat scam I've seen on this?
Yes, it is.
I didn't think we were that popular. But...
Yeah. We know we're moving up in the world.
We're
all
doing
right.
something
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So
you want hot girls, you back my Kickstarters, you get hot girls.
There you go.
There you go.
Often doing bizarre things.
Hey, I like it. I
especially like the sentences with no verbs that they were doing.
Yeah. I feel like I've been an artistic influence on some of these pages, and for that
maybe
hooray. I like naked women acting badly, doing magic in the nude. I mean, look, it's not upskirt if there's no skirt, right? So
right, absolutely,
absolutely. There you go.
It's true.
So there we go. Yeah. Zombie Jesus wave
basically
magic stuff. Okay. Yes. I mean, look, the script delivers. What more is there to say? All right, Larry.
Yes, there are zombies. There's action. There's nakedness. So sounds pretty on point and good. So yeah, I think you're definitely on the right track for the story you were telling. So
yeah.
Yeah. There's very successfully zombies and tits and explosions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Zombies, tits, and explosions. Oh.
There we go.
There we go. Well, all right. So Nikki's doing, she's resolving stuff. I guess she's gonna dispatch the shadow soon. My problem has always been like the emotional catharsis or lack thereof of the final resolution, because we start off and Nikki is kind of our, I guess, emergent protagonist, but really I feel like she's, I know there's a long-standing criticism, I feel like she's kind of our emergent villain who's not really dealt with. So she's an unlikely hero in that she brought this plague of zombies upon us to avenge her victimization at the hands of some other guy who's not even, I don't think, relevant to this conclusion, nor the shadow. And so we end up in, okay, like the emotion of, oh, well, is she going to beat the shadow she summoned that has no personality at all, nor any dialogue? And will I really care? And I don't, I always end up going, well, at least there's boobs. So, I mean, there is that, and you deliver that, and that's awesome. And I like this scene. It's a good scene. Just emotionally, like, I feel like I don't want to cheer for Nikki for any other reason than she's naked. I mean, that's a good reason to cheer, but still, I don't know. Anyway, that's fine. All right. Anybody?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay. So these are in a very random order, which is going to make things make a lot less sense. Firstly, a lot of your art direction read like Molby wrote it. You could do better. Please do better.
Oh man.
Like a little more polish.
There you go.
A little bit more polish, a little bit of clarity of what's going on. I mean, a couple of sentences here and there with no verbs is fine, but like a couple of, it was just weird. I actually am going to do some like somewhat literary crit on you, jumping a little bit off of Preston's point. You have Nikki flying around and the zombies looking at her like she's Jesus Christ. She clearly feels some guilt or whatever, or remorse about what she's doing, and she seems to be on a mission to fix it by killing the shadow and thus this zombie plague. Why is there an unmotivated horse when Nikki herself carries a perfectly good bag of blood around with her, i.e. herself? Lean on the Jesus thing. If she sacrifices some of her own blood to go Super Saiyan to kill the zombies and to fight the shadow, she is putting herself at risk, and all of a sudden we care about whether she can do it before she dies. And she is the hero now emergent in this story. If not, she killed some random fucking poor horse and just spins around showing her titties to kill a bunch of zombies. Now that's fine. But like, it's very unmotivated, all of this. She doesn't explain what's going on. She like gets out of a Jeep, and then the perfectly sensible person who knows how a Jeep works gets out of the wrong door of the Jeep. Then she runs into, like, picks up a random horse, runs into a bunch of zombies, kills the horse, and flies around with her titties out. Like, cool. You got 10 pages of that. You're giving the audience what they paid for, but like, if she is willing to sacrifice herself to right this wrong that she caused, all of a sudden there's actual stakes to the upcoming, presumably, magical battle scene, and also a serious sense that she's actually trying to repent for the terrible things that she did that caused this trouble in the first place. And without her saying anything to that effect as she does it, because of course she doesn't, because I don't speak whatever language it is you gave us magic words from, it's just a bunch of random pictures and boobs. And, I know you can do better than that. And I recommend, doing something either with words or with actions or whatever. But like, we are barreling desperately, like your crash train, towards an inevitable violent conclusion, and we go on like a 2-page exercise to go find a horse to kill, while Aaron does nothing. Like, dude, what are you doing? So yeah, sorry, that was a little bit all over the place. Leading to the Jesus thing, I think the horse is extraneous. I think integrating Aaron into the story would help more, and seeing Nikki do something, showing that she's willing to actually lose something in this fight, would make her actually transform, as she does transform in the scene, into a much more sympathetic protagonist, if indeed that is what she's meant to be.
Barry, you got anything?
No, I think he pretty much covered everything. So
sorry, dude.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, I think that's a good note. Like, if Nikki, makes some personal sacrifice, particularly with her life, the story has a lot more weight. If she's like, "Gosh, I'm kind of sorry about all this," yeah, and so. Like, ultimately, I decided in Palace, like, the ending showdown had to be between Thora, Edmund, and Orica, because why would you care about any other characters, really? If she goes and kill, like, you don't care about those. I haven't spent time with those. We spent all this time. Well, we haven't spent a ton of time with Nikki. Nikki kind of emerges towards the end, and if it's I caused this zombie apocalypse, and now I'm gonna walk away scot-free with my boobs hanging out, it's a weird moral, so, but there we go. I think that's it.
Okay,
all right. I don't think we got any other scripts. You got any comments you want to add, John? You want to tell us how we got it wrong?
I mean, well, we'll see what happens next week.
Okay, fair enough.
Because if the next 10 pages don't pay off this 10 pages, then I'll look at rewriting them.
Okay.
We'll put it that way.
That's true.
Because I am going somewhere with this, and I don't want to sound like super defensive. That's why but I am going somewhere with this. And the whole concept of the horse was actually set up in issue 1. This is a payoff from something in issue 1, which, of course, if the payoff doesn't work, then obviously it doesn't matter. So, but no, because basically she's just using the life. She's powering her spell with the life force from the horse.
Oh, I totally understood that. You explained that very well in issue 4 when they're walking in the bells.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very well explained. That was not.
If she used, and you are correct. If she uses her own, it could potentially kill her to set off the spell. So she's like, "Well, why put myself at risk if I can use this animal over here?"
Yeah, like, I am curious to see where you're going with it. I guess the reason, like, especially because you had that random Jesus reference in the art direction, it was just like, okay, well,
as well as Lady Godiva,
right? Yeah,
it would be cool if she explodes them with chocolate.
Ooh, yeah. The point of the blood to power the spell was you establish that hella well. And I don't remember issue 1 at all.
You didn't let her in issue 1. I don't think you were involved in.
I actually have a digital copy of it that I haven't read.
Oh, okay. Well, don't worry. You'll get to read through it when Marcelo redoes it.
There we go.
That is happening. Issue 1 is going to get redone.
Yeah, and it's not like I don't trust that you're going somewhere with this. I absolutely do trust that.
The question is going to be whether or not I stick the landing. So we'll see if what I'm setting up in these 10 pages paid off in the next 10 pages, then huzzah. And if they're not, then
you are definitely paying off the life force equals magic thing from issue 4.
And
it's very clearly explaining issue 4.
And this issue is 40 pages, so it's not going to be ending. The next pages are going to be 21 to 30, so we're not even near done. So, because right now it's 40 pages, so there's at least another 16 or 17 pages for us to get through the climax, and then there's like a few pages of resolution after that. So.
Well, I guess we'll see where you go next time. And
I should have some pages
when we read that.
I should have some pages next time. I've fulfilled the Kickstarter. Yeah, I think I should have some time. Have start on Palace issue 4.
Oh, we got layouts for that in today. I haven't.
Awesome. Yeah, I'd love to see those. I hope. I hope he's having fun drawing it.
I'm expecting to get to it like after my Kickstarter is done.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Just work has sort of started being very worky at work.
Okay.
And I can't really bring my own computer to work, so I don't have a lot of time between all the promotion and stuff, and trying to sleep like ever.
Yeah.
But yes, they're in, and I will get to them soon.
Okay. All right. So next week, we'll see what happens in the exciting conclusion of
Nikki kills a horse.
Yeah, of nude Nikki and her sidekick Aaron. And again, like, all right, one more. Like, I keep coming back to Aaron because I feel like Nikki hasn't earned Aaron's loyalty, and I feel like Aaron should be trying to act to thwart her. I feel like can you point to something Nikki's done that would really motivate Aaron to just stand back and go, well, golly, while like zombies
she did save her life.
Okay,
she also caused a zombie horde that threatened her life.
Exactly. She also did she happen to save her life from the zombie horde she summoned? Right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that almost doesn't count. Anyway, I keep thinking like if Aaron,
it would be a very short story.
Okay, but just because you needed Aaron to act a certain way for plot reasons is not a good justification for Aaron to not have a moral center and to be just kind of complicit in what is potentially what has already been mass murder and could be possibly worse, Anyway.
Well, I guess we all have to wait until John brings us.
Well, we're all gonna. All right, fair enough. I'll see this next week.
Fucking manna from heaven.
There we go.
And we'll hope he starts gesturing towards how we might stick this landing.
That would be awesome. All right, I'll see everybody next week. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night, everybody.